The first thing we're going to be going over today is consistency, undeniable repetition. Consistency is the most important to me because I feel as though across all different things, like every different world, you can go from physical training to sports to even things like chess. It's all repetition, but every single day, if not, multiple times a day of just, doing what you need to do to get where you gotta be at. And that's why I feel like it's at the top of the list. Because if you don't have consistency, people on the outside won't be able to tell how hard you're going. Because you can be in the gym every single day, but if you're not getting it out there, that you're putting that work in, you're not going to get other opportunities through people. You'll get the opportunities that you can see yourself, but if nobody knows where you're at, they won't know how to direct you. Now, depending on where you are, that may be good or bad. But in the looks of things like finances and lifestyle, you like to be more speculative in the decisions that you'll make, how often you would do things. If you really want to get to a certain goal in your lifestyle and income finance, financial state type of things, you don't want to be just willy-nilly with things like that. That's things that you want to be 100% on point and ahead of time with. Because if you're not paying as much attention as you get into it, it can crumble at any point. And that's what doing things in moderation that you want, because if you do it in moderation, you're going to get the slowest result possible. And if you do the opposite of that, which would be being, 100% consistent, then you're going to get where you need to be. But if you don't work for it, you're not going to get it. The second thing in this video that we're going to be getting into is the importance of slow progress. I put this at number 2 on the list because once you become consistent, then you develop consistency. And then after consistency, once you stay with it, you begin to see slow progress. And slow progress is the most important part because, there's a lot of things that I've seen on my journey at the beginning, trying to get a better understanding of finances and income and things like that, things that affect your lifestyle from like a money perspective. And I noticed that all the, get rich quick schemes, none of them really work, For a while, they might do you a little good, in the mind to see, you can probably tell somebody, oh, I know how to do this, but in all actuality, the slow progress is where it's really at. Because then you get to really experience the things that's going on through the journey. Because, deeper into the journey, you'll realize, wow, the first steps were as important as they were. So if you don't get the slow progress to be able to get those experiences at the beginning of the journey, you won't know how to calculate it when it comes back up. Because you getting rich quick, you're not even seeing the small steps. You're going from step 0 to step 100. And in any order of life, there's nothing that goes directly from 0 to 100. So, that type of scheme wouldn't work. And that's why the importance of slow progress is what it is. Because you get to go from 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, so on. But you get to have everything in a row. You're checking off 0 through 100. You're not going 0 to 100. And slow progress, it's nothing like it. Because anything that's going wrong within what you're building in your blueprint, you get to get it while it's still building itself. When it's not built too fast, you get to see the holes exposing itself and the different parts in the foundation cracking before you build the whole house on top of it. And that right there is the importance of slow progression. So for number 3 in this video, what I would like to hop into, which I feel like is maybe not the most important thing in this video, but it's definitely above, being the least important. And that would be, the get rich quick schemes, like I was saying in the previous, situation, is that, it's not really real. And I'm just bringing it back up again. I'm not going to repeat it too much, but in all actuality, to really get what you really want, And that's not what you want. Trust me, by any stretch of the imagination, a get-rich-quick scheme is not what you want. To really get on your feet, it's going to take, being consistently disciplined. It's going to take a higher tolerance for delayed gratification. And this is why understanding how your income and lifestyle correlate, or as others may say, go hand in hand, is so important. To bring up point one again, being consistent, consistency. Once you become consistent, then you mix that with discipline. Now you got consistency and you got discipline. Consistently disciplined, that's a power it's a power compound, right? Because you're taking being consistent and then you add a discipline to it. So you're not just consistently doing anything randomly or just doing anything out of order consistently and consistently being out of order. You're consistently having structure, consistently being disciplined upon yourself, consistently having standards, consistently doing what you need to do, and following that is the higher tolerance, because once you get a higher tolerance for delayed gratification, it'll make more sense to why you need to consistently be disciplined and not just disciplined for a short amount of time. And the delayed gratification may go from a couple days, years, decades, because everything happens for a reason, and the truth out of season is a lie. But yeah, being consistent, having the discipline, and the main part of this is the higher tolerance for delayed gratification, because the disciplines that you're going to have to consistently stand by day to day, every single day, throughout every single week and month and so on, that is going to build into your lifestyle over time. And that's why the higher tolerance for delayed gratification is so important, because you're going to need to wait that time to get your lifestyle order, put more structure in your life, take things out of your life that you don't need, put things into your life that is needed, things that are needed. And then after a while, once you realize what your lifestyle is in need of, then you can see what you need to survive. In the day and age of now, which the year is 2023, so you can infer the rest from this point about the time period. But yes, once you figure out what you need to survive, survival in this day and age, if you're not living off of the grid, it's by your income. Your income is how you survive. Your income is how you eat. Your income is how you have your shelter. For most people, depending on where you're at, economically. But yes, that's mainly where those things are. So that's why everything that I just said is so important. But not only because I said it, but because of the meaning of the things I said. Okay, to get into point number 4, I will be diving into subject number 4. And that is what income is. Subject 4 for this video is what income is. The meaning of income. Okay, so where I'm from in the Eastern world is mainly, only speaking from my experience, you go through school, about 12 years of school until you're about the age of around 17, 18, graduate high school. You either go straight into the workforce or you go to college first, and then you get some credentials on your way through there, or you go to some sort of trade school, get a trade, or go to college, get some credentials, some certificates or degrees, and then you attack the world. And why understanding what income is so important, because income is what will support how you live, right? If you don't have a business or you don't have things that are bringing in money every day, where the money's so fast that you don't have to think about it, that means you're in a position where you do need to think about the money that you have. You do need to understand what income is. And income supports your rent. Income, when most people understand it, is you go work a job, 8 to 9 hour shifts, 8-hour shifts, 9-hour shifts, depending on where you're hired at. You work about 5 days a week. If you have 2 days off a week, you work 5 days a week. You either get paid weekly or bi-weekly. Weekly every week of a 4-week month. Bi-weekly every 2 weeks of the 4-week month. And you either have you know what? I don't have to go over both. I'll go over one for the moment. Keep things more easy to understand. If you go for, the salary, your salary, if you base your income off your salary. Say you're making $50,000 in a year, then you would say your current yearly income is $50,000 a year, and then once you understand that, then you understand what type of home or apartment you could afford yearly. You get to understand what type of car notes and car payments you can afford yearly. What type of phone bill would be best for you ideally, what you can spend on food, how much you could potentially invest. These are, some of the most basic bases of income. So, it's not too hard for you to get it. Because one thing I've learned, in, many conversations I've had with people, in my many communications, is that if you can't explain it to somebody who was young, if I believe, this is right or correct, the quote was, if you can't explain your concept to a 5-year-old, then it's too difficult to explain. So that's my reasonings in being more easily attainable in, what my concepts and my things I'm saying. But yes, that is, more of the basic basis of what income is. And, after, you do your due diligence of what your income is, then you're able to apply the knowledge of your income. And you can't apply the knowledge of your income if you don't know where your income is. So, the things I've set up leading up to this, the consistency, the, being consistent with your disciplines, being one of, in a group of people that are more high tolerant to, delayed gratification. And, that's a very important part. The part that I'm talking about now, which is understanding what income is. Once you get the consistency, being consistently disciplined and, having a higher tolerance for delayed gratification, once you understand what your income is, then if you have to wait till certain times of the year or certain times of the month to do certain things financially, then you'll be okay with having to deal with that, delayed gratification. Here we go, number 6 in this video. Okay, so number 6 is getting into what is a lifestyle. What is a lifestyle? What is the definition of lifestyle? What do people mean when they say lifestyle? And that is exactly where we're going to get started. So, by definition, lifestyle means the way in which a person or group lives. But what people may mean if they say the word lifestyle or use it in a sentence is typically reflecting in the individual's attitudes, values, way of life, and the way they look at things in the world. Why I bring this up is because, your lifestyle, once you figure out what that is, then you can understand why lifestyle and income together, an understanding of your finances, correlating to your lifestyle. you'll understand why that's so important. Because I can give you a simple example like this, right? If you're living off of $50 a month for food, then you're spending about $100 every 2 months. You're spending $200 every 4 months. There's 12 months in a year, so if you're spending $200 every 4 months, every 8 months is $400. And then plus 4, that's 12 months. So then you'll be paying an estimated $600 per year for food. If your lifestyle is spending $50 per month on food, your income will take a $600 hit. If you're spending $100 per month in food, you're going to be spending $200 every 2 months. And then every 4 months, you'll be spending $400. So then, in 8 months, you'll be spending $800. And then in 12 months, you'll be spending $1,200. So the difference in lifestyle between the person who spends $50 a month on food and the person who spends $100 a month on food is a difference of $600. They could have the same income, but being as though they have different lifestyles, their income was affected differently based on their lifestyle. And that's how those two go together. And that is the meaning of lifestyle. Number 7, and not the last one, but 1 degree off of the last. This is number 7. And number 7 is why it's important to know the difference between lifestyle and income. Okay, so let's get right into this thing. So first things first, lifestyle, that is, the way you live your life, the way you see the world, which triggers the way that you react, and the way you react is what gets you the life that you have. Your life is an accumulation of your experiences. Your experiences derive from your lifestyle. Experiences that you have are experiences that happen in your life. Your lifestyle is what your life is made up of. How you carry out your life. Your life's routine. Patterns in your life. Income is the driver to that. But, an income can't make a lifestyle. An income is utilized for lifestyle and by lifestyle. So, like the example before, income is what you use to support your lifestyle. Or, depending on how you look at things, you can use your income to buy assets and then let your assets support your lifestyle. So either you can have the difference between the lifestyle and income is that they can, one difference is that they can either be directly connected. The lifestyle and income can be directly connected. Your income can support your lifestyle. Or, maybe your lifestyle and what you do is what your income derives from. And or the other thing I was saying prior is how your style can, their lifestyle can be, how would you say? Your lifestyle can be provided by your assets, and your assets would be bought through your income. So either it could be income, assets, and lifestyle, or income and lifestyle. But lifestyle is something that's going to be supported either by your assets or your income. Your income and assets determine your lifestyle level. And then the way that you adjust your lifestyle can let you know whether you need a higher income, whether a lower income will do you well, whether you're living above your means or below your means. Depending on your income, will choose the type of lifestyle you have, because the income that you have will dictate the lifestyle you have. Because if you have a $5,000 income, but you're living a $10,000 lifestyle, if you have a $5,000 income and you're living a $10,000 lifestyle, then you're living above your means. So the direct correlation between your income and lifestyle is shown how it's different right there. But if you have a $10,000 lifestyle and you can keep making $10,000 with that lifestyle, but you cut your costs to a $5,000 lifestyle, then you will have the income of someone who has a $10,000 lifestyle, but you'll be living the lifestyle of someone who has $5,000. And that's why things like that need to be explained a little bit more, because in more of a minor and basic enunciation, it may not be as easy to understand. Here we are. This is 7B. I feel like this next point right here connects to the last one, so we're going to call this point 7B. Okay, so we want to start off with something that I have written up here, which says, your lifestyle is a repetition of your daily habits and decisions, and your decisions and daily routine affect your potential income and set the limit on the lifestyle you are and will be living. Okay, so let's touch base with what I just said. I'll repeat it one more time for those who didn't hear it well, or didn't understand what I said, or maybe I was speaking a tad bit too fast. Your lifestyle is a repetition of your daily habits and decisions. Your decisions and daily routine affect your potential income and set the limit on the lifestyle you are and will be living. So, right? But the accumulation of the points that I've had across, through this video, it's led up to this point. But more or less, your lifestyle is an accumulation of the things that you do in and out every single day. It's not just a thought and, oh, I seen this trend, it seems like it could help my life, I'm going to hop on it for a few days, or hop on it for a couple months, It's about the slow grind, the slow progress, being okay with, delayed gratification, understanding that what you're doing each and every day is going to contribute to the lifestyle that you want, and the more that your lifestyle and daily habits add up to things that are productive and are bringing in more income, the higher of the bar you can set as a limit on your lifestyle, and you'll be able to up the bar on the limit of your income if you can add more potential to your income. If you can have a higher chance of a potential income, then you have a better chance to be in a position as to where you could increase your income. And instead of it being a higher potential income, it could be increased income. And your lifestyle, aside from your emotions, is tied greatly to your performance that you will have in business. Number 8. And so what we're about to dive in is why this information may be useful. The most useful things that I believe are in this point is that, if you don't understand the correlation between your lifestyle and your income, it can cause, a bit of cognitive dissonance. And if you want to get real with your finances, that wouldn't be the best alternative, definitely wouldn't be the best alternative priority. No. So if you don't see that part of the blueprint, so say, it's not really a blueprint, but yes, if you don't understand that that relationship between your income and your lifestyle, that you can fall short in many areas just because you're short of information. Not because you're short of finances, or not because you don't know what lifestyle you want to live, but because you don't understand how those two connect. And that right there, the relationship between your lifestyle and your income is a very necessary piece of information. You can understand the standard of living you can expect to be able to afford. What you won't be able to, afford. You will be able to understand what will be trying to keep up with the Joneses for your, situation as far as your economics are involved, and what is living below your means. And that is all, guys. If you like the video, please take some of these concepts and let them, grow in your mind as seeds. So then the information that I have can become information that is yours. And then you will be able to build the same way I'm building. And the seed will make a tree. And like a tree, we stay strong and stand tall.